9 hours. Seriously, that's all it took for one little open source project to set off a corporate showdown, a global run on hardware, and a security meltdown that happened in, get this, 10 seconds flat. This is the story of Moltbot, and wow, it hits every single nerve of the AI craze we're all living through right now.
And really, it all comes down to one big question for all of us. Are we finally looking at the Jarvis-style personal AI assistant that we've all been dreaming of? Or have we just cooked up a super fast, really expensive way to get our entire digital lives hacked? Okay, so let's get right into it. The whole thing kicks off with this really promising personal AI agent. Its name was Clawdbot. But before it could even really get going, it ran smack into a multi-billion-dollar corporate wall. And that collision forced an evolution that absolutely nobody saw coming.
Now, to really get what's at stake here, you gotta understand one key difference. Most of us, we use cloud AI, right? Think of it like a visitor to a website. You ask a question, you get an answer. Moltbot is totally different. It's what we call a resident AI. It actually lives on your machine, and it has the keys to the whole kingdom. It's not just there to answer your questions, it's designed to do things. And that power, that ability to act, is exactly what got people so excited. The problem? Well, the name Clawdbot was just a little too close for comfort to Anthropic's big-name AI, Claude. So, a cease and desist letter shows up. But instead of just packing it in, the developer, Peter Steinberger, he does something kind of brilliant. He rebrands to Moltbot. He leans right into this metaphor of a lobster shedding its shell so it can grow bigger and stronger. He literally turned a corporate smackdown into a viral underdog story. But here's the thing about doing a rebrand online. It's not like you're just flipping a sign on a shop door. The change is instant, and in that tiny little instant, you better believe the digital predators are watching, just waiting to pounce. That switch from Clawdbot to Moltbot, well, it created this tiny but incredibly dangerous window of opportunity.
And this is where it just gets insane. So to claim the new @Moltbot handle, the old @Clawdbot handle had to be dropped. In the 10 seconds, literally 10 seconds, it took to make that switch, crypto scammers snatched the old handle, and within minutes, they were funneling thousands of totally unsuspecting users to a fake profile that was pushing a scam token.
What's truly wild is how this online chaos, this digital mess, almost immediately sparked a complete frenzy in the physical world. The software scramble created a very, very real hardware crisis. And this setup right here perfectly illustrates what people are now calling the brain-in-the-box phenomenon. See, for an AI agent to be truly useful, always on, always reading your emails, always managing your files, it can't just be on a laptop that you shut down at night. No, it needs a dedicated 24/7 home. And so people started panic buying Mac Minis, tucking them away behind their monitors, and basically telling them, okay, you live here now. Go ahead and watch my life. And there's a super specific reason it's the Mac Mini causing all this buzz. Apple's M-series chips, they have this thing called unified memory, which lets the AI model run unbelievably fast. All of a sudden, you could get performance on a $500 machine that would normally require like a $2,000 graphics card on a PC. But this isn't just about cool tech. It's a kind of rebellion against all those cloud subscriptions, and it's all driven by this powerful new mantra. If I can see the box, I can trust the box. But that trust, that really powerful feeling of privacy and ownership, that is exactly where this story takes a terrifying turn. Because while all these users were celebrating their new hardware, security researchers started looking into how people were actually setting these things up. And, well, what they found was absolutely horrifying. It's the classic fight between wanting things to be easy and needing them to be secure. So to talk to your Moltbot from your phone when you're out and about, you have to open a gateway. But in their rush to get things working, hundreds of users didn't just open a small door. They basically left the front gate to their entire digital lives wide open to the internet, with no password, no lock, nothing. And this right here is the crucial point. We all want the power of a system administrator, but without having to learn the security playbook that goes with it. And as one analyst put it perfectly, we're building digital glass houses and forgetting to buy curtains.
So what does that actually mean? Well, it means a complete stranger could find your OpenAI and literally type, "Show me this person's tax returns," or "Hey, read me all their private iMessages from last week." And even worse, they can steal your API keys and go on a shopping spree with services like OpenAI, racking up thousands of dollars in charges on your credit card.
So you're probably thinking, okay,
If the risk is this high, this whole local AI thing must be just a fad, right? Wrong. This chaotic, messy experiment is actually a blueprint for the future of computing. It's signaling a fundamental change in what we even think an operating system is supposed to be.
Exactly. Just think about your computer's OS right now. It's basically a passive filing cabinet. You have to open the folders, you have to find the files, you have to launch the apps. This new model, the AI agent, it's proactive. You don't have to hunt for a file. You just say, hey, pull up that contract I was working on. It completely flips the script on how we use computers.
But let's be real. Do we honestly think that Apple and Microsoft are just going to let some open source lobster own this new relationship with their users? Not a chance. They are absolutely watching all of this unfold, letting the open source world do all the messy, expensive R&D for them, and pretty soon you can bet they'll release their own polished, Apple-grade, secure version. It's a classic tech move. It's called Sherlocking.
So, until that polished, safe version from big tech actually gets here, we are all basically living in the Wild West. And for those of you who are out there on the frontier, the most important lesson from this entire saga is how to defend yourself. All right, this is the really crucial part. If you are running Moltbot or anything like it, please stop what you are doing and listen. 1. Secure your gateway with a strong password. Or even better, use a secure tunnel or a VPN instead of just opening up a port to the internet. 2. Set hard spending limits on your API keys. 3. Be ruthless about what folders the bot can actually see. Don't just give it the keys to everything.
Look, in the end, Moltbot is like a concept car. It's this thrilling glimpse into the future, and it proves, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that the demand for private, local, powerful AI is very, very real. But it is not a production-ready vehicle. So by all means, keep that Mac Mini running, but for your own sake, please keep your curtains closed.